Hello there, my name is Taylor. Today we're going to be going over how to combine body parts in Photoshop. Right here we have a picture of a man, pretty manly man, busting his shirt open, he's all ripped. We're going to make him look a little more feminine here. We're going to add the woman's body inside of that man's shirt. And on top of that we're going to put the biggest macho man of them all back in the day, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can't say his name so hard. We're just going to go with Arnie. Arnie's head on top of that man. Make him look a little more feminine. Probably the effects of all those steroids. Alright, so let's start with the man here. I'm going to create a layer mask on this man. Yeah, we're going to use I have it already here. We're going to use a hard edge brush, kind of small, just keep it more accurate inside here. We're going to paint in black. Now right here, it doesn't appear very black. You're saying, Taylor, what's going on? That's white. That's because I'm painting black on the layer mask. Everything that's black on a layer mask right down here is going to be see-through onto the layer. The background is white. So it's kind of opposite. But right now I'm just coloring it in. In a quicker way, you can just hold Shift and click to your next point if you'd like. See, sometimes I don't like that because you don't get the exact edges that you like, or you feel like you're closer than you are, but you're really not. So let's try it again. That's okay. We're just going to paint in right under his necklace here. And we're going to finish his body, just swirl it all around. And don't worry if you mess up around the edges. If you do, you can just switch your colors and paint in white. Everything that's white in a layer mask will be what you can see in the layer. So you can see this is all white down here, and you can see all the layer. So if I was to mess up in this black, I could just paint some white back in. Alright, now that we got that, we can add the woman. She's on top right now. So we'll bring him behind him so you can see her right through. Now she's a little, looks like she's been tanning a little more or something than this guy, so we're gonna adjust this layer with some hue and saturation. Bring the saturation down a bit. Yeah, it's okay. Now there's a lot of this woman we don't need, because it's still actually a man, although it may not appear that way. We're gonna take the rest of the woman out that we don't need. So her head, her arm, and her legs down here. I'm just using the lasso tool, clicking delete on my keyboard just to get rid of the woman. Well, make sure you're on the woman layer when you do that, otherwise it's not gonna work. And from here we're gonna use this quick mask mode. I'm gonna use a brush tool, about 100 point, just for the size. You can get the around there. We're gonna want a soft edge brush. Oops. And we'll paint right in here. Now everything we're painting is gonna become a selection. So I'm gonna undo that, and it's selected. Now we're gonna want to make a new layer from this selection. So I have a Mac, so I'm gonna use Command J. If you have a Windows, just use Control J. Now we just want to move this down. Does that look good? You can use your mouse and your whatever tools you'd like to use just to move it around in place so the line looks straight off of the bikini. Now I'm going to want to erase this on this layer so it'll show the actual layer and what the bikini line should look like. So I just erased that part of the swimsuit there and got rid of it so it looks more realistic here. I'll just rename this layer just so we know what it is. Now we're going to want to go back to this layer mask on the man. We want to use Make sure you hit the brush tool here, because I've been, a lot of the times when I was practicing or like just doing this assignment, I would I'd still be on the eraser tool, and I'm trying to put stuff back into this layer mask, and it's just erasing my layer, and I'm like, why is this not looking right? So make sure you click your brush tool. You're gonna want a smaller size brush. Keep it small still, but we want white this time. So we're gonna want to like color in some of this man back in here, like so. If you go over the shirt, it's not gonna matter because it's still the man. But that just, see, it just brings in the shade or like the shadows of the shirt, so it looks more realistic. And then just around the belt, so like just the transition between his clothing and him, or her, or it now, or better. I'm just gonna paint in some of the neck here, so it looks like his neck is still kind of in there. That's pretty good. Alright, now we're gonna want to fill in this layer, or this area in front of him. It's kind of white. So I'm just gonna use, oh, wrong one. I'm just gonna use the lasso tool. Draw, whoops, that's not the lasso tool. Draw a circle around here, what we're gonna want to fill in. Then I'm gonna make a new layer. And I'm going to use the previous layer as a clipping mask. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I just want front of shirt, I guess you could say. And we're going to sample color. If I can find my brush tool. I'm going to sample just a color in here. And I'm going to color it in. Since I got this selection, if I go out, I'm not going to miss anything. Just color it in with the brush tool or fill it with the paint bucket, whatever you want to do. So I just got that color filled in. And I'm going to move this layer down behind, behind the woman. So it shows up behind the woman. So it kind of looks like it's the proper shading inside the shirt. It's not a white shirt, so it's darker in there than it was before. All right. So from here, we're going to add in Arnold, or Arnie, however you want to call him. So go back up top, add him right in. He's smiling away. He's like, look at me. He's also a little different color, so we'll use our curves here this time. So I'm gonna do some image adjustments here. My curves. We're gonna go to the red, add a point here. Just go up a little bit. I don't know. You can kind of make the determination yourself. I mean, she's kind of red. She might have gone spray tanning or something, so I'm just adding a little red to it. I'll add some more colors here. Try to keep it close. If you step back from your computer, it looks even better. So a little more distance, you got the perfect color. You can just mess around, get whatever. Alright, so we're going to want to make a layer mask on Arnold here. He's kind of overlapping here. We don't want to see that, so we're going to get rid of some of this here. So we're going to get rid of all this around here. Like just like actually I think I'm using a soft one. Let's use a hard one, a hard brush, so we can get that line a little more straight, so everything appears that we want it to, or that we want to. think that looks pretty good. I mean, his head's kind of up, so let's bring his head down a bit. You just want to adjust it to make it look as realistic as possible. No, I think he looks pretty good there. He's just smiling away like nothing's wrong. No, he's totally vulnerable right now. Let's go back to the man layer, and we're gonna make a new layer above him. So right here, we're gonna want to change in this layer the color of the tide. We're just gonna match with the swimsuit, so it looks like he's actually matching his colors. He's going along with everything. We're gonna be, let's call it tie. We're gonna use the previous layer as a clipping mask, and we're gonna use a hard light. It's gonna let the color show through better. I'm gonna do okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch to go to my brush. I have a hard edge, which I have, 20 points, perfect. I'm gonna sample a color with my Mac. I use option. Just click that. I have the color down here. And now, only where these layers intersect, this clipping layer and the man, is what's going to be colored. So I'm kind of coloring outside, but it doesn't show. But we're going to color in this tie here. Just make it look pretty good. Get that down there. I don't want to color on his arm because that would show. Let's change the brush size a little smaller here. Color in. And I don't have to worry here because it's only the white background. But let's go a little smaller yet. Let's go 5. And remember what I said about shift. I just shifted and then just hold a straight line because this tie is pretty straight. So that's looking pretty good. I think that'll do it. Looks pretty good. I think one more thing, just because it's whoops, kind of something that I like. I think that if a woman was wearing a shirt like this is a kind of busty woman here. I think we're on the layer mask of the man again. I think that her right boob over here would show over the shirt. So that's just some what I would think would look more realistic. Yeah, she's kind of over that shirt. Her boob's pushing it back. She's a pretty woman. Well, not anymore, but that's Arnold now. So thank you very much, and have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.